right. So for years, I've been wanting to make content. I know that it's what I should have been doing. I feel deeply like that's something that would shape me, that it would shape my business. It's a big fear that I have, not necessarily public speaking, but it's all the things wrapped around it. So last year I had the goal, so 2025, I had the goal of creating content. I wanted to make like 300 pieces in the year and, just really push for the content. This year I started 2026. I was going to do 30 pieces of content in 30 days. I was making it a challenge for me. And I was just going to start. And then January passed. And then February came. I'm like, all right, 28 days in February. I'm going to do 28 days of content. And I didn't make a single piece. Now it's March. Today is March 7th. On March 1st, I made the commitment again that I was going to build 30 pieces of content in 30 days. And I'm 7 days into the month and I haven't done a single thing. So I was thinking about it this morning. What's the hang up? Why am I not doing this? And so I made a list and I'm just going to read it. Just cause. So always the hang up is, I show up to work or I show up somewhere and I have the idea, okay, perfect. I have a good idea that I want to talk about and something that I learned, an insight that I had, something that might help other people or just something that might help me later down the road. And then I would start thinking of things like, oh my gosh, is my hair right? And so 20 minutes ago, I had that same thought and I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is not right. I probably should shave. And so I got hung up on it. So I was going to make this video 20 minutes ago and I've been hesitating and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to hold up the camera and start doing it. And so I started talking into the camera. I'm like, no, the camera's too shaky. And so I set up my tripod and now it's on the tripod. And then I thought, okay, well, what am I going to say? And so I was like, well, I don't even know. And that's always been something. I'm like, all right, well, I know I want to say something, or I have an idea that I want to talk about, just like a feeling or something. And, but I couldn't organize it in an idea. I've made several videos in the past where something that I thought was important or that I wanted to share, and I end up just rambling. And so I don't post it because I'm like, oh my gosh, I just went back and forth with this and the idea isn't really like fleshed out. So that's always been a hang up. So what I did this morning, what I did right now is I made this piece of paper with like some bullet points of what I wanted to talk about, and I'm just going to do it. So I've always thought I need a script, I need something to talk about, I need a teleprompter because I want to be able to look into the camera. And so it feels like I'm talking to somebody. It does make it easier for me when I'm actually looking at my face, which I'm doing right now. And so it feels like I'm actually talking to somebody. So yeah, one of the things that I do is I ramble. I say, I make circles, I pause a lot. And so I look at those videos and I'm like, I can't post that. And then just knowing what to say. And so I'm just starting. I'm just going to do it. I've had the hang up of me being a professional. I'm a doctor. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I have to make my videos perfect or represent my brand and be, perfect. And so I wouldn't produce anything because I was so worried about perfection or being thought of as somebody that didn't have their thoughts right or didn't have information right, or so I wouldn't make anything. I often switch topics, and so I've made a lot of videos. I would probably say less than 100, but close to it. But I've never posted, like I only have a few on my YouTube channel right now. And so in those videos, I feel like that I ramble and I switch topics and I make circles, which I'm kind of doing right now, but I'm still going to post this video. I get hung up in the posting of it. Like, I don't know how to post. I essentially can figure it out. I'm sure it's relatively easy. I've done it before. Things change here and there, but I get stuck in the technology of it. How to, how to post, how to optimize it and make the description so that it's searchable, how to make thumbnails. And so I get stuck in that. And I've been down rabbit holes for weeks trying to figure this stuff out. And I'm like, all right, I made this video and now I have to make the thumbnail and now I need the description. And so then it just gets kind of washed under the rug. I lose the excitement of it. And then I just start working on other things, doing other things that, my job requires, putting out fires, doing other things, interests, whatever. So the reason why I make this video is I just have to learn. I have to figure it out. I have to be consistent. And so this video is going to be mostly for me. If somebody looks at it and, might be helped by it, cool. But I'm mostly doing it for me, just to go through the process. This is the video that I'm recording, and I'm going to learn how to post it, and I'm going to figure it out. And so this is pre-figuring it out as of recording. And so my next video will be, maybe something about what I learned along the way. Yeah, so it's mostly for me. And this is my first video in creating consistent content. This is me fumbling my way through it. And I've known this all along, is that, it's gonna suck. And probably nobody's gonna see this video except for me. It'll be cool 10 years from now if I create content to see where I've gone from where I came from. But yeah, so this is just something, I just need to get something up. So the reason why I'm doing this video is mostly for me to be unafraid, to start being consistent and creating something that that's mostly like a school. It's a school for me. I'm gonna figure it out. So this is my first video. Wow, it's 7 minutes long, 7.5 minutes long. That's good. All right, I'm gonna stop this and post it, figure it out.